Hi guys, today is Sunday, April 15th. Uh-oh. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Didn't stick the landing that time. Alright, it's Sunday, April 15th, and it's spring, though you wouldn't know it by the weather, and I thought I'd do a Houston garden update for spring 2018. This is the first update. So it is mid-April, and we have everything planted, and we seem to be having a cold spell here in Houston, Texas, Zone 9. Usually by this time of the year, it's in the 80s, mid-80s, but in the last 2 days, we've had a cold spell, and so it's cold. What can I say? It's a weird spring. So let me take you around the garden and show you what we have growing this spring. This is real life. Just as I was about to start recording, Lizzie found a loose board, and hubby's climbing the fence to go with the neighbor. Why don't you just go next door and... All right. While the fence is being repaired, let me get started with the garden tour. This year in my bed over here, so I have my 3 beds. 2 4x4s, and then in the middle a 4x8. In this 4x4 this year I have all tomatoes, and I'm planting them a little bit closer together than I usually do. Figure grow vertically, single stem. Let's see what happens. Over here I discovered grew this tomato for the first time last year and absolutely loved it. It's delicious. Rapunzel, cherry, and as you can see I already have tomatoes. It's great. It's doing amazing, and these tomatoes are doing really well, and I'll tell you the secret to this one after I show you. This one is German Lunchbox, nice and green. I mean, so much foliage, it's unreal. Like the leaves are growing leaves. And we have our first German Lunchboxes over there. And this one, San Marzano, which is great for pizza sauces, tomato sauce. Just a wonderful Italian tomato, and yeah. So I planted these first, and in the planted them deep as usual, and into the planting hole I added maybe 4 cups of worm castings, and I think that is the key to these looking so robust and healthy. We have had a couple of cold spells, which is why occasionally I'll come out and I'll see the leaves turn into themselves, and if you ever see that, or sometimes they'll cup when it's hot, but when it's cold they tend to just turn in like this. That's just because it's cold. I mean, these are warm weathered vegetables, but they are so, look how strong and healthy, and look at the size of that sucker I had to cut off. I mean, these stems just want to double stem like crazy. So next week I'm going to go back to the sale where I bought the worm castings and get some more, because worm castings are no joke. So these I all grew from seed. Yeah, because I don't think you can find this. I think lately I've been able to see San Marzanos in the nurseries, but grew all these from seed. I do have 2 tomatoes here. I have a celebrity tomato and what is this called? Beefmaster. I want to try my hand at growing really large tomatoes, so I bought these 2 at the garden center. So will you please stop? And I'm hoping by single stemming them and growing them up, I'll get some really large tomatoes. I just want to see if I'm able to grow them. I didn't use as many worm castings, which is why I think this is just proof that it's not as robust. I think I used the entire 10-pound bag of worm castings on this bed, and then not so much, just maybe a little bit over here. So I'm going to get more. So that's what we have here, along with basil and marigolds, you know. We have our onions. I think I grew purple onions. I don't know what kind. And I started these pretty late, so it's actually nice to have the cold spell. So maybe I'll get some by June or July. Back here I have beans, and most of them from seed. I don't know what's going on with the leaves, if they're getting sun scalded or what, considering these were grown from seed. And I think I have some sort of rodent eating the leaves and munching on them, so don't know how I'm going to do that, handle that. Over here we have cucumbers, more onions, zucchini, and by now usually I would have lost one zucchini plant to a squash bug, but I think because it's been cold, the moths haven't been able to lay their eggs. and decimate the zucchini. So I have 3 plants in this space. I know I really crowded them up. And here I have a lone San Marzano. I had an extra one. I had nowhere else to put it, so there it went. And then, you know, more onions. This is new over here, our 2 blueberry bushes, which I'm not expecting much out of this. And what is this child up to? What are you up to?
I'm putting a do not enter sign.
Okay, all right. So we have 2 varieties of blueberries, and hopefully the next year or 2 we'll have some blueberries. Planted some flower seeds, and I think we have sunflowers growing in the corner there. All right, let's see what else we got. All right, in these 2 beds over here, kind of same old. We have bell peppers, which I bought at the nurseries. I couldn't get my bell pepper seeds to start this year, so I threw them out because I figured they're old, and so I'll buy new seeds next year to start. So I got these at the nursery, and they are not liking the cold weather. They really haven't taken off much, but I know as soon as it gets warm, they'll just go crazy and take off. So we have 6 varieties. I prefer sweet peppers, and that's what we have growing. In the back here, we have anise hyssop, which I put in last year, and it's a perennial, so it's coming back, and the bees and butterflies and any pollinator love it. You can see the flowers are starting to come out, and they'll grow really tall, the flowers. And so from last year, it self-seeded itself down here, so eventually I'll have anise hyssop all around this bed. So pretty cool.
Enjoy your dance party.
Over here I have 4 eggplants and a crazy rosemary bush. When I bought this rosemary bush, it was very tiny, and I put it in here not thinking, and I should have put it in its own spot. Even with the snow and the ice storms we had this year in Houston, which are very rare, it survived and it overwintered, and it's come back with gusto. So yeah, I should have not put it in my raised bed because it takes up so much room, and I'm having to give it haircuts almost every other week. But these are Black Beauty eggplants. I just prefer this variety. I've tried some of the Asian varieties, and I just prefer the traditional Black Beauty. And then of course I threw zinnia seeds. Any chance I could throw flower seeds down, I did. I mean, you see them everywhere. Over here. So that is our garden update. We're kind of growing the stuff I'm used to. I'm not really trying anything new. I've kind of used all my space. Oh wait, you know, the new thing is the blueberries, but I'm not expecting much from them this year. I do have all my annuals planted, all my window boxes planted, and so it's really beautiful out here. But in a few months, all these beds will look like a jungle, which I can't wait. Oh, let me show another big change in the yard for this year. We had a huge oleander tree here, and we had a gorgeous shade tree, ash tree, that went up there, and this ash tree was sick, and we were kind of holding off chopping it down until Harvey came, and it scared us to death that that thing was going to come topple on the house. So as soon as Harvey blew through and we could get a crew out here, we had the tree taken down. So now the yard is pretty much in full sun all day except for the crepe myrtle, which is not much of a shade tree at all. We do have our neighbor's tree right there that provides shade, but not too much. So it's pretty much in full sun. So we'll see how we grow this year. This is the first year that all the beds will be in full sun unless it's under this crepe myrtle for a few hours. All right, so that's it for our Houston garden update. I think I'll do these about once a month, and you can see how things are growing and how I fight any challenges. We don't have any challenges right now. I mean, the cold weather, it's not really much of a challenge. I mean, yeah, these are warm weather vegetables, but they can endure. I mean, it's been in the high 40s overnight. And then I've already started seeing cucumber beetles kind of chomping on the leaves, so I did a test spray of neem oil today, and if nothing gets affected in a few days, I'll spray all the leaves with neem oil to do that. But so far, so good. So if you have any questions or want to hear what's going on in your garden or what you have plans for, please leave a comment below. Don't forget to leave the video a, what, Jay?
Thumbs down.
What?
Thumbs up.
She's 9 now, guys. She's 9 and she's a smart aleck. Thumbs up, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.
What's going on over here?
So Lizzie won't escape again. I put a do not enter sign with chicken wire and rocks.
All right, Lizzie, you see that? Do not enter. Okay, because Juliana was very nervous. You good now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I'm going to show you a trick.
All right.
Okay.
Oh, wait. I don't think you're wearing the right shoes for this trick.
Okay.
Oh, well, yeah. Just take them off. I don't think you're wearing the right socks for this trick. Yeah, let's show this trick on the next garden update. Okay? My baby's not a baby anymore.
Hold on, what? There's a trick. There's a trick. There's a trick. There's a trick.
The sun is in the way.